And we're back. This is the return. It's been a month and a little bit. And we didn't do what we were going to say we were going to do, which was 3 episodes, not to do with sport, before
Halloween.
December. Well, no, it was before the Canelo fight. We didn't do the Canelo fight. And we didn't release 3 videos. We did record one of them, but it kind of fell on its bum.
Yeah.
We had a lot of issues, again. And what else did we do? That was it. We just kind of gave up. We didn't even do the R2. We didn't even attempt them.
The whole Halloween thing.
Halloween, we didn't do that. No. Pretty bad.
Yeah.
I should be getting a twat in the ear. But we are back. We have a new plan.
Yes.
The new plan. We might not stick to it. But as you can see, we have a Christmas tree. We're nice and festive. So that's pretty cool. And we have a candle. And we have acorns. So we're really in the mood.
Budget's gone up.
Exactly. We have not been sponsored. Actually, talking of like kind of like those types of things, I mean, if you want to sponsor us, that'd be cool. But I looked at analytics, 99.2% of our viewers are not subscribed. So
hit that button.
So please, what we did wrong? Because you're watching, you're just like, nah, these guys aren't it.
Maybe not.
Like 99.2, like come on. At least we can make it 99, like 0.2.
Exactly.
Come on, someone.
Just taking the mic.
Humble beginners.
So the 99.2, let's get that up. That'd be nice. And the most
Or down. Is it not down?
Yeah, get it up. Down. It's even worse.
Yeah, get it down. No, my bad. Get it down.
Yeah, I was gonna say
99.6.
Yeah.
then people unsubscribe.
Exactly.
At that point, like we've got nothing.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I've been too distracted by our non-existent fan base.
Yeah. The numbers are getting to you.
Plan. Christmas trees up and stuff. We're all festive. We're going to do this episode, which you're viewing. We're going to do another one. Then we're going to do the Jake Paul Tommy Fury fight.
On the 18th.
On the 18th.
Looking forward to that one.
And then we're going to do probably maybe one other video, but then it's like Christmas time and stuff. And I kind of have a good time, so I don't really want to be sat here recording. I kind of want to go outside and
make snow angels.
Yeah, make snow angels. Throw snowballs at you and you and you. So at least this one, another one, Tommy Fury fight. That's like guaranteed on the table right now. I mean, we said that last time it didn't work, but that's right now. That's what will happen. So that's pretty cool. Comments if you would like us to do any topics. Say if you have any questions. Say if you want us to answer those questions as a comment or in a video. Say. Probably won't get any comments anyway, but just in case. Never know. First time for everything. But apart from that, today's episode, here's like the route. Catch up, which we've kind of already started and done a bit of.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, we have Reddit confessions and girls' Icks. And we might add in our own Icks, actually. We could do that. Just an Ick of our own.
Yeah.
Boys' Icks. Throw back on them. Yeah. Anyway,
not bad.
So,
should we introduce ourselves in case there's any new viewers to our wonderful podcast?
Yes, we should. Who would like to go first?
I start on this phone.
You can go first because you
are very professional.
Oh, right. I'll go first. I'm Cammy. I'm just gonna, it's me.
Hey, I'm Lennon.
I'm Kyle.
Nice.
Right, there we go. Now you know if you're new. Actually, that was quite a good... I don't know why I didn't start off with that. Anyway, continuing on.
We move.
As a catch-up, being you, and... No, you're already... Gotten quite busy since the last episode.
Yes.
I started a job.
And I started a job.
And Kyle...
Ooh.
Kyle, you've just been busy, because you're always busy.
Pretty much. But
so there you go. The main root of why there has been no videos.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Just a lot more busy. But we've now found a way to have time and make time, which last month we couldn't do because, getting used to things. New routine, pattern. But we're back. Now, that's kind of the catch-up done.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going to start with Girl Icks because we have 25 of them. Which sounds like a lot, but it's only like, it's like 1 X, so like, I'll go quick. But that's going to be our reactions if you'd like to react. again, put in the comments or whatever. We have social medias as well, and there will be TikToks. That's everything else done. That's literally everything said. Let's get on to it. So I have the Icks on my phone, and it's going to be reactions from us. And there'll be some of them where it's like, how I describe it, I'll just put a photo up. So I'll send you the photo live. So first ick we have is if he's, say, in the car, like imagine a couple in the car, dating stages, and he's got a song on he likes.
Yeah.
And the beat's building up. It's a dirty beat, it's building up, we're getting ready. And he's going to hit the beat drop.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, hits the drop,
Yeah.
no beat. Misses the beat. Ick. Have you ever done that?
Yeah, definitely.
You've missed the beat.
Who's not done that?
At least once a day.
I've never missed a beat. I'm so perfect when it comes to
One
songs.
time, yeah.
I'm so used to getting beat.
Where's that come from? It's come from within.
Okay, right.
Next one.
You used to get
Continue.
beat.
Move on.
So if you missed the, so you have missed the beat.
Yeah, definitely.
Boom. That lady who said that.
You're
You and
right.
her. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You could
Swipe
actually
left.
be perfect and everything,
But
you missed the beat.
I've missed the beat.
Kyle. I'm afraid it's the same for you. You missed the beat.
That's life. She
Plenty-
wasn't
plenty more
good for
fish in the
me.
sea.
Didn't want to either.
So
Cow.
Yeah.
whoa, hold on now. You got your dip, you
Right,
chip.
next one. Let's go.
Next one is if a guy takes a selfie.
Right.
Mhm.
Ick.
Did that?
Yeah, that's the ick. The ick is if you take a selfie. Now I
To
can
be
kind of see
fair,
it.
I don't ever take selfies, to be
Who
honest.
that?
Neither do I really.
On
Unless it's
Snapchat,
with- unless
yeah.
it's with other people. I think that's
Uh-huh.
alright.
Snapchat's the only real time that you
Yeah.
would.
I don't know, if you're sending someone like you, and then you put the text above it or whatever. That's
Yeah.
the only time I'd really.
Yeah, not
I never
like
post
proper, but
But I
like,
think it was more of like a actual
Yeah.
selfie of like, you know, I'm going out dinner.
if I was like by myself, yeah, maybe. But if it was like a group of people, like say us three in one, then that'd be okay.
I don't think that's a bad thing. Taking a selfie. If you're looking in the mirror and you're like, oh, I look good. I want to keep this moment. You know, I want to
done
look
that.
back at it and think you're a handsome boy that day. I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
I think she's just being a bit selfish and a bit ignorant, in my opinion. I think she should get a grip.
Okay, so right, but you don't take selfies, so
No,
you're,
I don't
you're fine.
actually
So you're fine.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
there you go. You passed that ick.
Baby, take
Don't
it
want
out
her
of
anymore.
dinner.
The next
Yeah.
one, and this one is like slipping in the shower. But there was an extra add-on like story for this one. So
Right.
slipping in the shower is the ick, but she was like saying that if it was a shower with both of them, so a little bit more romantic
Mhm.
and
Saucy.
erotic, and he slips, then
Yeah, but in that case, if you're in a shower with another person and you slip, you're probably decking their person too. So it's,
true.
You're
But it was
probably
more
both
like
following.
the red lights are on, the music, is it a good note, volume,
if you fall over there,
and he's walking in and he just
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a bit-
I can see that. Yeah. There's no way you can look at someone the same way after you've seen them bollocks naked. Slip on the floor.
Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't. I can see that. To be fair, I wouldn't
Yeah.
dump them over it, but you know,
you'd be like, right,
that's a bit.
go get dressed.
Can't believe you've done that.
Can't believe you've done.
Can't believe you've done this.
it's a mood killer. That's what it is. A mood killer.
Yeah.
So the next one again is to do with the shower. And it's got a little bit of story, but it's sending Snapchats in the shower
Mhm.
because of the thought of him standing there butt naked with his phone up taking a selfie in the shower.
Well, that's two in one. You get that, and you got the selfie one. So if a bird doesn't like that, then
But this one was more like, so she doesn't mind, like, because like obviously when you have a shower and stuff, your hair's wet and all that stuff, and you don't have like your top, like what you can see is topless. So she's like, if a guy takes a topless picture with like a topless snap with wet hair, green light, but
Just because
if it's in the shower, red light because he's butt naked.
it's that kind of thing of what's the saying again? Like if you're nervous, whatever, imagine everyone in the room's naked. It's like because you're
What?
because you know that saying when like your boss or something like you're getting an interview. If you imagine they're naked, it's meant to calm your nerves because they're embarrassed as well. You never heard that?
Oh,
Well, that's a good saying. Have you heard that? Kieran's heard that off
you've
camera.
heard that?
It's like
What?
have you ever done
it's
it?
like no, I wouldn't. That wouldn't calm my nerves. That'd make me just like weirded out.
Yeah,
I'd be like, no, but that's the thing. Comment below if you've heard that. But they have heard that.
What?
Trust me, it's a common thing.
It's a common.
But it's that thing of you having to imagine these people as sort of vulnerable and a bit more, you know, like.
I can kind of see your point.
I can see where it's going, but I wouldn't have used that as this.
No, but that's what I'm trying. That's where I was going. I was like, so you imagine this person that you might romanticize and stuff, but you're seeing them like vulnerable and all that kind of thing. So it's a bit of a turn off.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
can
was
see
thinking.
that.
You saved it a bit there. Well done.
There you go. You're welcome.
The next
idea
one
what was
is
going at first.
This is one here, but I'm going to add in an extra one. Is sauce around their mouth after eating.
That's just a bit like sometimes if it's like a wee smudging and you get it off straight away, fair enough. But see if you're sitting there with like sauce and all over your face and that.
I seen a wife in Glasgow the other day, and she was eating a Subway, and it all fell over her chin. And I was like, it was an old wife, so I wasn't checking her out or whatever. But I don't check any women out because I'm.
That was an old guy.
But it was all over her chin, and it was I can see that one, to be fair.
I think if you like you get it off within like a second, you accidentally have it on, fair enough. But see if it's like sitting there staling. And
She was like that. She had
Like it's like after.
yeah, that
Like they've had their
finished the
dinner.
meal. Yeah,
It's an hour after, so it's like dried like on the side.
yeah, that's a bit
Yeah, no, if it's
not unhygienic. But
if you do it straight away and like that, like I just done that. I took a drink and wiped my mouth a little bit. Like, that's fine.
that's fine, aye.
But if it's like you're just cutting about with it, and
Yeah, like an hour after dinner, they went out.
you got a big beard and it's all stuck in there.
Whoa.
A bit childish. Just wipe your face.
And I'm going to add
Get
another one. It's same but for spit, like dried spit on the sides.
Spitting in
I've
general
never-
is disgusting.
Yeah, if you no.
Nah.
So
I've never really encountered anyone who dry spit.
actually, we could do a thing. So these are like
Spitting challenge.
random ladies' ex, but we can also add in if that would be an ick. Like
Oh, the other way around.
yeah, like if we go, oh, actually, that's an ick of
Yeah, because you're walking down the pavement, holding hands, whatever. She just comes like that. No.
So that's a spit for you.
Yeah,
I wouldn't chuck her out, but I'd just be like, no, what are you playing at?
yeah.
Get a grip.
You get that picked up.
Would you be embarrassed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be if I was in a public place and she's like, yeah, nah.
Even if I was in one of yous in a public place, so
Yeah,
see if I was
definitely.
walking down with Glasgow with you and you
Just
start-
anyone.
I'd do
Open
it.
hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ah, that's cute.
Like usual.
Yep.
Like usual.
No, I wouldn't. I'd be like, get off my hand and fucking pick that up.
Pick that sauce again.
Get off my hand.
Right, next one.
Next up is standing with duck feet.
What's that?
So you know how usually you stand and like both your feet are like that. It's like that, like sideways.
It sounds like that anyway.
Just some people stand side like feet like that.
Yeah, no, I don't.
It's a bit strange.
Like you just like the fat auntie at the cookout, just standing with duck feet.
I know
I've
someone
never-
who stands like that, but I can't say it on here.
Is it someone that we know?
Yeah.
Is it one of us?
No,
Good.
I'm trying.
I can't say it. Because,
Just
no.
Okay, we'll wait until after.
fine.
Wait until after.
But I've never experienced someone
So
like that. Probably.
if you
it'd be a bit
saw
strange.
if you saw your romantic partner standing like that.
It reminds me of who I'm thinking of, and that's just like, no go, no.
Okay,
can't,
so that right.
Yeah.
So that's an ick of you.
think so.
Have you got the same ick? If you saw her standing like that, you'd be like, oh no.
I'd be like, can you straighten your feet, please?
Can you straighten your feet?
But,
Please.
but yeah, I don't know. Probably.
Okay.
I would say so.
Next up is if he sends messages. I'll put it as messages that are simpy because I don't know how to describe it. But the example is like, "Hey, beautiful, love heart." If that's like his way of messaging, if you know what I mean.
That's maybe a bit.
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't. No.
Personally.
If the bird messaged me that, I'd be like, okay.
No, but so that's her ick. So if a guy messages her like that,
Yeah, I
turn
would-
off.
Fair.
Hell no.
I probably wouldn't, personally.
Yeah.
So you don't. You're fine with that one. This is a valid, not valid, but you know what I mean. Good at.
Yeah, this one's
Depends how like deep into it is. If they're doing it like every single thing, if they can't text without it, then just like get a grip. But
Yeah, that's a fair enough one, I think.
The next one is if he's told off by his mum.
That's the best of us.
It's the best of us.
I think especially if they've already moved out and that kind of thing. If it's like if they're sitting in the room and the mum comes in and just shouts, "Not put your dishes out" or whatever. Like,
Oh my god, I've even thought about it. Yeah, that would embarrass you.
Yeah, that's...
If you're sat there and mum comes in, by the way.
By the way, your room's shit.
stinking in here. I was like, no.
Get out, mum. God's sake.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I agree with that. That'd be embarrassing.
Yeah, definitely.
Next one is running with a backpack.
No one could do that kill, to be fair. You think, if you imagine it, you're running, you've got it, it's bouncing and you can't. It's
You're
dragging you
struggling.
back.
So next time you're late for a train with a backpack, you just have to firm it.
I can just walk, or just chuck the back and just chuck it in the ground
Chuck
and
it
run.
back for that.
That's fine. I normally just like hold it in one hand and just run.
Run.
Like, not sprint it. Like if I'm running for the bus or something like that, then.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it has to be done, but it doesn't look cool when it's done.
Yeah.
Or see even when like you cross the road and then there's no cars, but then a car comes around the corner or something, and you have to do that little jog to get into the
across.
pavement before. I always found that embarrassing. I can never do it.
I think crossing a zebra crossing in general is quite. When cars have stopped and there's more than like, say like a build up of cars behind.
Are you a waver? Are you like a cheers?
Yeah. Or say something happens to me actually when I'm walking to work. Do you know Tesco's?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how there's like the zebra crossing from Tesco's to the road, and then the road to the main bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the worst thing ever. See when someone's driving out and they stop for you, and then by the time you get there, they get in there and they stop for you again.
Nah,
Double whammy.
That's a nightmare.
I'd be sprinting across the road at that point. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You just feel bad for the people.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is if he cycles, just in general,
Right.
but then on top of that, it was like this. So someone's ick was if he cycles, but then another ick was if he has he wears a bike helmet while cycling.
Bike helmet, I can see it. Safety first, always use protection, but they don't look cool.
Good tip.
They don't ever they don't design them cool unless you're like a kid and you got the little spiky one with the mohawk and stuff. But they don't ever do they?
It's similar to the backpack one. It's hard to. It's impossible to look cool riding a bike.
True.
So it's.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
I beg to differ. Chris Hoy, he's got matey calves.
I don't know who he is.
Is he Scottish? I think he's an Olympian, but he's
Ride bikes.
he's got massive legs. You should check the size of them.
Check the size of those legs. Next one is, and this is one that could maybe be a bit more personal because we recently in our personal life went out shopping.
Yeah.
And Kel got new shoes and Len got new shoes.
Mhm.
And you bought them in person.
Yeah.
And part of the process of buying them in person is you have to try your size.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The ick is testing out shoes when
Nah,
you're
I
buying
don't
them.
see that. Because even though you know what size you are, some shoes are like wider or narrower. Like you could have wide feet, but size
But it's even just like
4s, and it's still uncomfortable.
Size 4s.
Yeah, just an example.
I don't know a single person's a size 4.
But then, yeah, you need to get a size bigger to make your feet more. So I think that's fine. I don't see anything wrong with that.
no, but like
So the ick is you actually try on shoes.
I don't see anything wrong with
but they see it and they think that's unattractive. That's
Yeah.
what
They see you try on shoes like, ooh, no.
that. All right. Okay. Bugger off then.
No, I agree. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's
Necessary.
a must. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a need.
Way of wasting money.
So if it was reversed and you were out with your lady friend
That'd be
and
fine.
she was trying on new shoes and she put them on and gave them a little quick feet, like to break them in.
That movie's all of it.
Lennon would be fine with that because he likes feet.
Exactly.
He's a fit boy.
And Nick Hushey since you tried to win.
He'd be the same size.
Exactly. Because see my opinion with that one actually, right, is what's more embarrassing, right? Sitting there trying on shoes, or the next day bringing back the shoes and get a different size. So it's like
It would be bad if you have a conversation with a person there and they remember your face and you're like, yeah, these don't fit me anymore. It's just like
I
because
don't
you
know.
walk out confident, like I've got the right size, and then
you're back the next day. Oh, these don't fit me, by the way.
I need a size bigger.
I never thought of the after
After my size.
living too much in the moment.
Exactly. That's my point of view.
The next one is one that, unless you're very wealthy or have some saints as parents, you're kind of forced to do, and that is changing bed sheets. So to this lady, if she catches you changing bed sheets, listen, there's gonna have to be words. We're gonna have to discuss what do you think that's mature?
I'm not a fan of changing bed sheets. I do it. I'm clean.
I mean,
guys.
it's
but
annoying to do.
I'm not good at it. Yeah.
It's a pain in the arse, but If she wants to lie in a bed fully in sweat, then fair enough. But it's not for me.
Yeah, I think this is one is impossible to agree with because you kind of need to change your bed sheets.
Unhygienic woman.
Maybe just say to her, don't come in the room for the next half an hour.
Exactly.
It's more the thing of like they look at you and think like that thing about romanticising someone. You might find this attractive, but like you can't look good. Like change your bed sheet.
Yeah. Well, is she like actually watching you, or is it just changing?
It's just like she watches you and thinks that
she's watching you doing this, and then she's like,
well then because if you make a titty it, then it's a wee bit. But I thought you meant like changing.
Like you put it on one corner and it pings off.
Yeah, you can fuck's sake. You have to reach back over. But
the next one is kind of like a couple put together, but it's can't catch. Bad at catching. And on top of that, maybe he's playing around the boys, playing a bit of catch with like a tennis ball,
right,
and he doesn't catch it, and it bounces and rolls away, and he runs after.
That's pretty embarrassing.
You ever done like table tennis and like it hits off the thing and it bounces? It's small, it's tiny, you can't even get it.
You have to run and get it.
No,
that
I see that. To be fair, I wouldn't if it was I think it's more of a man thing because it's like if you like the man's might be proper
sporty and
like maybe strong and maybe accurate and agile, and if you can't catch it, then I can see that. To be fair, I don't think a woman. I wouldn't say like
depends.
If I saw you scrambling for a ball, I would probably laugh.
Yeah,
it's never a good sight.
Depends. Like, see the other way, like throwing a ball towards the bird. If it's like a tennis ball and she misses it, okay, fair enough. But if I throw a basketball at her and she misses it, come on down.
Well, like to catch it.
Yeah,
that'd hurt. Getting hit in the face by a basketball.
Hand-eye coordination is not there.
To be fair, that would be someone if she was really really clumsy like that.
Yeah,
I bet.
But you go and just just at the head.
Be kind of funny though, I guess.
Yeah.
Here's another one that is again a double up. So first it's running up the stairs like a dog, like on all fours.
That's funny. I like that.
Yeah, I still do that sometimes.
Yeah.
What?
Honestly, aye.
No, yeah, I do that.
You should see a speed that I build up.
Gets your forearms exercised.
Exactly. I could.
What?
Keeps you going.
I could walk up the stairs 5 seconds normally, 6 seconds normally, 2 seconds sprinting. Just honestly.
You go up the stairs on all fours?
Not all the time, but sometimes.
Sometimes. Have you ever done it where you just take one step and then you put back on it and then another step like that? You just do one.
Because I do that to get up the stairs quickly. I'd take up the
I
stairs.
do it to take double the time just because for no good reason.
That's
You never
Why?
done that?
Just walk up the stairs.
I do that sometimes.
I've never done that before.
My little brother used to do it. I used to copy him.
So you take 2 times the amount of time to walk upstairs,
Sometimes.
I take 2 times
and
less.
you climb up the stairs like a dog.
Yeah, or a wolf.
Sometimes I like it.
Oh, don't say that.
A wolf's cooler than a dog.
Don't stop. Call
It is.
yourself a wolf. Why you?
I walk up the
scale
stairs like a
those
bear,
Exactly.
like a lion.
See what I used to do when I was younger, right? And
No.
I was more reckless.
Yeah.
Is I used to hold the banister, right? And rather than actually stepping off a stair, I used to just slide my feet off.
Oh.
And then I'd thud.
Just like boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
down.
Not like fall down the stairs, but not
Slide.
keep my feet together and just like shimmy myself. Off
We've
the
only
stairs.
got I've counted them 14 steps, and it's it goes down, and there's a little bit that turns right. So like there's only I think it's 4 steps there, so it's like about 10 steps. So we got rid of the barrier now. The what's it called? Banister. And so but you used to be able to hold on to that and then put your hand on the wall and just jump right down to the bottom. But like you'd like wreck your ankles doing it. But it was the most thrilling. There we go. Thing that you could ever do in that household. But
I bet your mum hated it though.
yeah, it's like you go down and it's just bang like pure.
Damn.
Do you ever slide down the stairs near bottom?
I have done that before.
Yeah.
Maybe when I was a kid. I don't do that now.
Yeah, not now. I'd be too scared about my trousers getting carpet punched.
What?
I don't do it now either. No, I was just asking in general.
Well, I mean, you still run up the stairs on all fours. So
Only
Got a bit
sometimes.
defenseless,
I don't slide down the
He
stairs.
doesn't. I don't. Trust me.
Nick, change it.
you just pretend you're a wolf.
Next.
Exactly. or a lion or a panther.
You're actually making it worse for yourself.
Anyway, next one.
next.
Come on, guys. Wasted
This is
time.
going on TikTok.
Clip it.
Oh no! Oh goodness! Right, so you're ick 100%.
Yeah.
And then Kyle,
I'd say you're like 50.
not really. Yeah, like halfway.
I don't do it when I'm there.
No, neither do I.
That's-
Do you think that fucking someone's walking up the stairs behind me? If everyone's in bed, then I get up the stairs rapid.
See,
He used to do it at school. He used to.
No, I didn't.
He did. He would run up the school. He'd be like 4 legs, like everyone, film him and that.
See if everyone's in sleep, right? See if everyone's asleep, right? And I'll go downstairs to get like a wee, not glatty juice, but like something to eat, right?
No.
And I'm like, I need to turn these downstairs lights on before the monsters get me.
No. No. You are...
I only.
Oh, that's so bad.
That's a good sentence. I only do the one. It's like, see, after I eat my dinner and like you're stuffed and you can't move. That's when I do that, like sort of one. Because it's like I don't have enough energy or power to even.
Oh right, this right. So
but yeah, when I'm fit and agile, I'll come home from school, bang, bang, bang. So that's what you mean.
So at night, when you think the monsters in the dark
No,
are
actually,
going to come get you,
like, yeah.
you run upstairs on all fours, pretend to be a wolf.
Aye. Or a lion.
Wow.
Hyena.
A werewolf.
Oh no, that's
I bet you feel well cool doing it. Like I used to. It's like you actually do it a bit when you actually look at yourself in person. It's like it's not. I can see what they're getting neck from.
So if you're
But it's not,
like mum or dad or that was at the top of the stairs, and you're like, oh, I need to get up these stairs pronto.
Yeah.
You just go up on all fours.
Aye.
that's a good. What about if mum falling over? Help! I can't get up. Bang! Right up.
Exactly. I'm there even faster.
He's on the phone in one hand. His other hand's going
Exactly.
right up.
Use your elbow.
Yeah, fair play. It's a defensive thing.
Oh my god. No, but that's another one though. But if a woman was next to me, I wouldn't. Darling, you slid in here and I get up here.
I'd be like, you get there, let's race.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Let's race.
I wouldn't do that if she was there. No, but I mean, if I was up by myself.
When you get comfortable, I would guess you can do it.
Exactly.
But maybe not in the first couple of weeks.
Exactly.
You know when people talk about relationships and they go, oh, after the honeymoon period, we realise we weren't like the same people.
Mm-hmm.
After the honeymoon period, he starts running up the stairs on all fours.
Fair play.
Oh, right, okay. So you're... Don't ever tell a lassie that ever.
I'm just sure. Darling, watch this.
Imagine those, like, imagine your lady friend doing that in front of you. You would...
It'd be funny.
You join.
Yeah, actually, I would, I.
Okay. I'd probably be like, Jesus Christ, what have I just seen?
Beans, rice, and Jesus Christ.
I didn't
What
know
is
my
this winter?
girlfriend was a
We're a month off and we've just lost the plot.
Exactly.
Better this one.
That's what I've done my month. Just practice run up the stairs. Time each day, get time my phone and see how fast I can go. Not day 16, about 2 seconds.
Okay, this one I can actually kind of... I don't think it's bad, like, I don't think... this isn't like an ick of mine, like, if I saw a lassie doing this, I wouldn't, like, care. But I can definitely see why a guy doing this would be an ick. Jumping and having, like, fun on a trampoline. Like a back garden trampoline.
That's another one that you can struggle to get on.
Yeah. Lennon wrestles on a trampoline.
Exactly. I do. See what I sometimes do. See sometimes if it's a warm day, is I run down the stairs on all fours. I go to,
You run down the stairs on all fours.
I go into the trampoline.
I just did the big jumps. Just right
Exactly.
down.
I go to the trampoline and just do some flips and that.
Oh dear.
I don't know actually, but yeah, I
Trust
would,
me, guys. I don't actually.
like if a woman was to jump
Yeah,
on a
like,
trampoline.
I don't actually.
If a woman was to jump on a trampoline, then I'd be like, it's not cool, but it's not cool.
Just another.
Just
If
go
I
off.
saw you having fun on a trampoline at your age now, I'd be like, listen,
Get off.
you need to
Yeah, get back up them stairs.
go back to run up the stairs and all.
Exactly.
It's just that thing of nostalgia. Because we used to have a trampoline, and then we replaced it with chickens. And then, but we used to play on the trampoline all the time until it actually broke, and you would fall through it if you actually tried to jump on it. So it wasn't ideal. But it's that thing of nostalgia. We grew up by a trampoline, so when you go on the trampoline, you feel like a kid again. It's good. And I don't think anyone should be judging me for that. Thank you very much.
Well, okay.
Except for her, she's judging.
Yeah, if she's
Yeah.
judging me, you can
So,
piss off. Sorry.
did you? I don't know what. Would you jump on a trampoline?
Right now?
Do you jump on trampolines?
Nah.
I can do a front flip and land it.
Nah, I probably wouldn't jump on I wouldn't jump on a
Okay.
trampoline.
You can. There you go.
There we go.
Flex for you.
Maybe that's like, what's the opposite of an ick? A turn
Yeah.
on. A turn on.
There you
There
go.
you go. Your turn on is.
That's
actually
exactly.
front flips.
I've only learned that to impress women.
Yeah.
But I need to just learn to do it on the floor because it's not often I get a trampoline. That's all.
Oh, right. So you're still
Yeah.
okay.
I can't do it now.
Maybe it's not a balance, and like you'd be an ick on the trampoline, but because you can do a front flip,
Mm.
you're all right.
I do remember in primary school I was like guys, everyone come look at me. And it was like, we had this big, it was like a playground, but it was just kind of grass. So it was just a big field kind of thing. And I was like, everyone come round, get me. And they all kind of big circled me. And I was like, I'm going to do a flip.
Oh, no.
So I went right in the middle. It was like a circus. I was a freak act. And then I flip. I go like that. It just landed straight on my back. And I remember just the thud just going right through me. And it just wasn't.
And that would have hurt.
I got up like it didn't hurt. I was like, there we go. Great Kyle. He's done a flip. He's really talented. No one was impressed.
I would have been clapping and woo.
I've been laughing.
Yeah. I'm glad like phones weren't invented like then, or they weren't popularised. Because if it was now, that'd be on YouTube and you've been framed. I'd be like, wouldn't live it down. But it was a good moment in my head until I landed on the ground.
And then you're like,
That was that.
I'm not quite at the final stage yet.
Yeah.
See, on that trampoline one, in fairness.
See, when you on a trampoline, do you run around on all fours in a circle?
Aye. Just bounce.
Then when your mum comes at time, dinner's ready, you bark at her.
Aye. Exactly.
So what are you saying?
See, like on the trampoline ones, right? See if it's like a trampoline that you buy in the shop, then maybe aye. But see, like, have you ever been on holiday and you got them like really long, like they were like, they had a big like harness and they launch in the sky? They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, the ones that they
strap you in and it's like, so
Like
you don't
the ride?
not like a
theme
ride.
park?
No, you can.
you did get them at the
Yeah,
theme
probably.
parks and
It's
stuff.
like you sit in that, it's like a ball and it shoots you up.
No, it's like an actual
it's a
trampoline.
like you bounce,
But it's like attached to your waist,
straps you up so you don't go fucking flying away.
I did not
So
know.
you jump like really high.
Yeah.
They're quite cool.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, but you can't do them now.
I probably wouldn't do it now, but I wouldn't say it'd
No,
be
you
like.
couldn't do that now. It's just like,
Probably couldn't do it now.
please don't do it now.
Okay.
But
It's
yeah,
only toddlers you see on that.
I was on holiday the other year and I saw some old people, like I'm talking 30,
I thought you were going to say I was on holiday the other year and I was jumping away.
I was, but nah, I wasn't. But like, no, there was some older people. You couldn't go and by yourself. Like, oh, stay there, darling. I'm going to go and bounce a trampoline.
Right.
Mum gives a pound.
Next one is
£2.
if they can't tell time.
That's bad. It's
Yeah.
bad. It depends. If they look at the clock and can't see it.
It's like looking at the clock. The example was them looking at the clock and they couldn't read the time on the clock.
That's
People have
a bit-
said that to me before and I'm just like, grow up. Like,
But they
what?
can't tell. Like they've said to you, I can't tell time.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah, that is quite bad. If someone said that to me, I'd be like,
How old are you?
what are you doing in maths?
Exactly.
Or not even maths. Like, what are you doing?
No, it was even, it was like, I think it was at college or something they said it. And it was like, so they're my age, like 19.
What?
And it's like, yeah, it's just not, it's not it, bro.
The only
Yeah.
counter argument I could see to that is well, everyone's like, you just check your phone, like, you know a time.
But still.
But even when you learned how to tell the
Yeah.
time, you wouldn't have had that. So, I mean,
Yeah.
why don't you know?
Because I remember in primary 7, they all laughed at me because they went, I just get laughed at at primary school.
Yeah.
It was,
that's-
That's not what I'm trying to get across, but it was like the teacher, she was like, what do you want to learn this year? Like, because I'm taking hints if you want any suggestions and that. So we all went round and I always wanted to be the one that gave a different answer. So I would say something like totally different to everyone else. They'd always be like, oh, I want to learn about World War II or something. And I'd be like, I want to learn how to tell the time because I can't, I don't know and I think I should know. And they were laughing at me then. And I was, what was it, primary 7, so that's like 10.
10,
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
So,
And so if you've waited another 9 years after that and you can't, still, it's bad.
you can get married, you can have kids, you can join the military, you shoot guns, can't
Mhm.
tell time.
Yeah.
No.
That's not good.
See one thing on that though, it's not coming at clock time, but it's at 24-hour time.
That's what I was going to
19.
say, yeah.
Sometimes you get mixed up on if it's you go back 2 or if you go back 3. Like the hours. Like
Well,
19
like,
would
we're going to a different country or whatever.
no, like see if it's like
When
sometimes
it's a 24-hour clock, yeah.
if it's like 1938 and it's like
Mhm.
7:38.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get mixed up if the second number
1738.
goes back 2 or goes back 3. So it's
Nah,
it's,
don't get
it's
mixed
7
up with
because the 1990
Because when I always have to do it, I have to work out in my head, it's like 12 and then add what, and then make it the actual thing. I can't, it takes me longer because my brain's not math orientated. So it's like I need to, it takes me a little bit to actually, I can still tell the time before I get called a hypocrite for just
Yeah.
going in on them. I can tell it, I can work it out, but it just takes me a bit. It doesn't, so I've got my phone on the normal time, 12-hour clock.
I don't have it on
Do you have it on like 24:00? What time is it?
22, 26.
See that, I would
What
need
time
to,
is it?
That's
I need-
10 o'clock, 26
Yes,
past
that's
9.
what I need to, I need to go 10, I need to go 12, and then what add 12 is 22, and I have to work out that's 10. So if you 10 out of 12,
You like that? I just
Yeah.
do. I don't know how. When I think about it, how about I tell the time when it comes to that? It's quite weird. I'd take 2 off. I'd take 2
same,
off. That.
aye, yeah.
So it's like 22. So it's like it's then 2 off that. So I go it's 10.
But what I do is I do that.
That's the second 10.
I do that until it gets to like 20 or 21 or something, and then I add up to 24 because I know 24 is midnight. So like I know 20 is 8
But
o'clock.
you don't get 24. You just goes to
Aye.
oh.
I know like actually it starts at 1 again, but I know that like 20 is 8 o'clock because you take away 2 from the second one, so 0, 9, 8.
I don't even know why they invented that thing. It's not even a good way of doing it.
Anyway,
I like it.
we've
I
done
just
this
it works
for,
for me.
done this for ages. For the game we can't tell a time and
Yeah.
So can't tell time is an ick. It's not
Yeah.
even
Only
an
when
ick.
it's
It's
a
just
clock.
more like
Yeah.
come on.
like dumb.
Because
Are you an idiot?
you couldn't tell a time when you're looking on a clock. Then you probably won't be able to do it on your phone because it's the same thing.
Nah, probably not, because it actually tells you the numbers. You know that it's 10.
But so the clock because it points to it.
Yeah, but maybe you don't know what hand is what.
Come on. Right.
Yeah, but you need to,
Next one
surely.
is the back of someone's head.
I get that.
Just the back, like so. If you let's say right, you and your
Misses.
significant other are walking, and you go to tie your shoelace, which is probably someone's ick. But you got to tie your shoelace,
Just have straps.
and she's now stood behind
Velcro.
you, and she's looking at the back of your head. She's like,
away.
"Oh hell no! I need to get out of here. I need to get away." He's disgusting.
See, I think it's different with boys and girls again because girls have like typically, generally speaking, they have longer hair and it covers it all up. But when you see the back of someone's head and it's like they've got a skin fade or whatever, it's like their head's like that. Just pure, like it's the same with everyone. Like it's like I don't know, it's like a spud, a potato. It's like just.
I wonder if like when this person made that ick, I wonder if they're meaning like the back of someone's head when it's just like not like because you know you look back and the skin like kind of folds. Like I wonder if she's meaning like when it's all like squished together and like you can see the
Yeah.
lines and stuff, or
a
if she's
credit
meaning
card.
yeah the credit card thing, or if she's meaning like when it's just like normal like whatever. I don't know.
No, yeah, I can see that because no one. Do you think anyone's got an attractive back of the head? You ever seen one and thought I would?
Not really, no.
No, not me.
Not really.
Me neither.
Okay.
But if the
So
bird done that, I wouldn't really mind. I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
If you tied her shoelace or that.
I've got one
Okay.
more, then I'll have ones that like I'll need to put an image up. So one more,
Okay.
and it's just if they like anime.
Yeah. Get out. Get
No,
out.
you don't like anime?
Get out.
I don't like it. But
To be fair, I wouldn't.
if the woman liked it, I wouldn't really care. Because like, I like football. If she doesn't like football, then she's not going to go leave.
Football's definitely like a large majority of women's like Icks.
Or if folk just shout at the telly when they watch football, maybe.
Like the da patter when they're just
Yeah.
screaming at the telly, like the
What are you
referee.
talking about? That's you.
Aye, but that's what I'm saying. But I mean,
Damn, you've just been calling out.
I do. I shout at the all the time.
You shouts at EastEnders.
I shout at my mum for telling me to stop shouting at the telly. Nah, but like that, like I watch football and that. I'm sure some people don't like that.
But then,
Yeah.
if they watch anime, that's the whole thing that comes with it. Like Jess and.
I think that's what it was a person like. I think it was more if their like personality trait is anime. If it's all
Yeah.
based around anime.
If they were normal and watched anime, I wouldn't mind. But if they were an anime watcher that watches anime, then it'd be a wee bit.
Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't
watch it with them if they asked
Yeah.
me to.
I wouldn't like say you have to stop watching that, otherwise I'm going to
Because
stop
that'd be a
seeing you
bit
forever.
over possessive and quite.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can do what you want, but
Yeah. In your spare time, do what you want.
I've just got no interest in
but
it.
we don't watch anime.
No, yeah, we're normal.
Wow.
You're getting cancelled.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not
you.
mad, to be fair. I've said the same
And-
thing.
We don't watch anime. I don't really care if people watch anime or not because it's just
No.
whatever up to their own thing.
I watched Pokemon,
Pokemon.
the one the animated series. I watched that all when it was on Netflix. When Pokemon Go was a thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I like that, to be fair. But it's not. I couldn't watch it in like Japanese.
In fairness, I've never
Can't read.
even tried watching it before, anime. I've just always thought because like the thing that comes
To
with
be
it.
fair, I don't know if that counts as anime, if that's more of like just a cartoon. But
I've never watched anime before because I think the people that watch anime are maybe a bit.
there's like definitely a stereotype behind it.
So I might try and watch it. I mean, I won't, but if I was to try and I did enjoy it,
You probably like it, to be fair, because you like films and
yeah,
stuff
so
like
it's-
that.
Okay. This next one, the ick is using this emoji.
I
I've
think
sent
I know
to
which
both
one
of
it
you.
is. I'll just. Yeah, that's what I thought it was going
the
to be.
way like
sad kind
Eyes.
of puppy eyes.
Yeah.
Mm,
I agree.
If
I
you use
definitely
it,
agree.
what's in fact what's
If a guy
ironically-
uses that as that
Is-
emoji, come on.
it's ironically like taking the mic,
Mhm.
like joking. That's fine. Like if you jokingly
It's like
send it,
satire.
but see if you actually purposely send it and you mean it, then yeah, fair enough. It's a bit strange.
Or the two, when you put the two like that.
Yeah, the two.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's not on this list, but yeah, I would say that emoji as well.
It comes in a pair usually. It's like that one and the other one, the face. Yeah.
And then the
I don't-
next, so that's a universal ick. The next one is using this one.
I can.
The little kissy like love heart thing.
Yeah, emoji kissing, blowing a kiss. That's one.
I can see that, but it's not as bad as the other one. It's not like I don't cringe as it like that one. I cringed at if it was used like actually used as it's meant to be used.
Yeah,
But I that one's a bit more sort of romantic.
Yeah.
Less.
so I think it's more like if a guy was trying to get romantic over message,
There's a time and place.
and then he sent that. She's like, no,
Yeah.
we have ruined the moment.
I can't see that, to be fair, but
Definitely.
there's worse ones they could send.
Okay,
Big
Well-
fun.
that's the X section done.
It's quite fun.
Do we have any X of our own?
I think we've covered a lot of them. but
Dress sense is something I find.
Definitely. Yeah.
Like if you're a woman that dresses a bit.
I've got a couple. I've got a couple.
Any you want to mention?
Yeah, I'll mention them. And then you can agree with me if you saw a lassie with these, you'd be like, whoa, is that in it? Or whatever. So, my first one is massive eyebrows, like but fake ones.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, you know when they draw on extra for the eyebrow? When it's like that chunky on both
Yeah.
sides.
Yeah. Like
you
you
got-
chavvy.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on. You look like
I
you got
think-
boomerangs.
Most girls that's a phase for. Like
Yeah.
it's like they're young and getting into
In
makeup
fairness,
and
so yeah, I can agree with him there. I've never seen someone really older than 19 do
Yeah.
that.
True,
but
true.
I've never really made fun of anyone for having it, but it's something that I've kind of
I've
looked
never
at.
praised someone
If
for
your
having
if your
Yeah.
bird was like one day was like, let's go out for a walk,
I know.
and she put that on, be like,
it. Fucking
We're going swimming.
we're
exactly.
going swimming.
Um,
So that's one.
no, yeah, I, can see
I
that,
do agree
definitely.
with that. Aye.
That's really it. Just that one. It's like, oh my goodness. Like, whoa.
I think, yeah, no.
Yeah.
What were you saying about dress sense?
Guys, put in the comments if that's an ick. Lassie's put in the comment if that was a phase. Also, actually, we should have missed opportunity. This happens a lot. For the other X, we should have put like if they were X. Put in the comments if the X we mentioned are like you'd agree or disagree. There we go.
Mhm.
That took me a little bit of say.
Yeah.
So no more X.
Maybe like certain Air Max on women are a bit.
Air Max.
Yeah, certain.
Certain Air Max. So what's bad ones and good ones?
I won't say there are any good ones really, but there's ones that are worse than others.
So
Solid
what
black.
ones are X? and what ones aren't?
95s,
95s are an ick.
97s.
97s are an ick.
I walked
TNs.
in today with 95s on.
Yeah, but you're a man.
Oh, okay.
TNs are an ick.
TNs are like fucking hell. I have
Any-
to go
so-
to me or fucking
Depend-
stuff.
So half of the Nike range.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you wear high heels? Nah, I don't know, nah, but 90.
Lennon wants sandals so he gets his toes out.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what he's into. Remember, guys.
Ah. Yeah, that's
No, I don't see that to be. I think that kind of ties to the dress sense sort
Yes.
of thing, where it's like there's a time and place. Like if you're wearing, if it's a bit, because it can come across as a bit chavvy. I think 95s.
I think if you go to the
But-
gym or something,
Mm.
Air Max are fine. If I take you out to dinner and you're wearing a dress in 95s,
Hey, yo.
you'll be getting sent home.
the ones
Yeah.
that you were wearing 95s as well. Same time.
That's probably the same. Yeah, if you go for dinner, dress up nice.
So for you, it's not
Get the point he's
a
on.
last year 95s. It's if you go out
Yeah, yeah.
nice places in 95s.
Dress like a prick. Yeah,
Then it's like, whoa.
yeah,
Yeah,
kinda.
sort of like a time and place for it.
Yeah.
Okay. We now have Reddit confessions. Now we don't have 25 Reddit confessions because
Bit much.
they're a bit long. We have a couple. And again, same thing. I'm gonna read them out and we're gonna get a reaction to them. So here we go. These are quite long. So just kind of get ready. And just we'll kind of go off of and put the comments as well. If you think this is these confessions are meant to be kind of like life ruining. That's how you say it. Confessions.
Like guilty sort of.
So if the people in their life found out, their life is done zo.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to read them out and you're going to agree if you were in their situation, if you'd be like, this is going to ruin my life if it came out.
What would you do? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what would you do in this situation?
So, and it's kind of like, this is from the account someone typed it, so that's going to sound like I'm saying about there. So I have $180,000 in cash in a secret bank account. Me and my wife are currently living paycheck to paycheck because I am buying our next house with cash that you saved up. If she knew this money existed, she'd probably trade it in for Clash of Clans gems and other pretend game currencies because supposedly to him, she has no ability to budget and control her impulsive spending. So I'm buying a house with cash and then mortgage payments after. So a deposit and then mortgage payments. And then also his bit of the funds will also be going into his daughter's education when she's older. And he feels guilty about this because obviously he's hiding money from his wife and they are living paycheck to paycheck, so it's not a comfortable, easy life they've got. Well, very few people have a comfortable, easy life, but the point is that he could make her life and his life and his daughter's life a lot better and easier with just taking money out of his secret account, but he doesn't want to because the end game is they get some more valuable things.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think that is life-threatening, not life-threatening,
Life-changing?
Yeah, I think.
Ruining?
No, I don't think it's life-ruining.
No? So, do you think his life would be ruined if his wife found out, his family members found out?
I don't think so, no.
No, because I think if he was hiding money because he was buying like
for stuff for himself.
Yeah, but since it's a thing, his missus is like gonna waste it, and he's thinking for his family and for his future. That's a good thing. So he's got his head screwed on. So I don't think you can blame him or do any of that for his decision. It's his decision.
What about the trust element?
That's what I'm thinking. That he is. I don't think he's lying, but he's definitely withholding information sort of thing. Like
that would help quite.
Because I'm thinking if you found out something like that, how would she be able to trust him?
I think she'd have to take into account that maybe she would waste it. So he is doing it not for himself, but for like
she
everyone.
probably knows. To be fair, like the reason that they're living like this right now might be because of. Well, I don't want to blame her or whatever, but he's given it all she's quite not responsible with money.
That being said, though, in fact, see when you said buying the Clash of Clans thing, was that something that you put in? Was that actually on?
No, it's part of the thing. Just
why would you marry a woman who puts money on Clash of Clans?
Is that another Ick for you? Clash of Clans?
Get out. Any mobile game. That being said, I know, but
okay. I mean, I don't mind mobile games. I mean, if someone's play a game
my
on phone,
bird is sitting on her phone, can I borrow a $5 right by Clash of Clans? No.
They get a notification that makes like a noise that's like some Clash of Clans guy and he's like screaming.
Notifications that aren't like the default.
Yeah. I've actually got I've got a story about this, right? This is actually like notifications for video games, right? So when I was a lot younger, like in primary school, I had this game, a Jurassic Park game. Okay. And it was like, you got to build your own Jurassic Park. And the notification was, the T-Rex, like when it roars. That's what the notification was that sound like that. And I was always like what's it called? Do not disturb on my phone. So I didn't really get notifications. And if I did, it was just like the part on the screen. But one day, I had my phone volume at max, and I had notifications on.
Right.
Dead silent class. That notification goes off.
When was this?
No.
In primary school.
Oh, primary.
So, everyone heard it, but it wasn't that bad. Because for some reason...
Just blame it on Lennon.
No one...
No one heard it?
No one heard it. Or must have heard, or maybe people heard it and they didn't register or whatever. Because I remember, I knew it was me, obviously, and I was like, this is going to be like the most embarrassing thing of my life. And then I looked around to see who's caught on. No one. Everyone's still doing the work. I was like,
Could be worse. to be fair, yeah.
Sweet. I'll take it.
Not bad. Fair enough. You could
So
have
it's-
just blamed it on the weird kid or whatever. Lennon. You just went to the same school.
Yeah.
He's just roaring.
I think, yeah, like, I
Like,
feel
that
like-
could have been a really bad.
It could have, yeah, to be fair.
But yeah, I got off lucky. So what can I
Fair
say?
Lucky.
And I don't know how I got off lucky because that is a loud. It's probably the loudest notification you could get in a video game.
There's
Or
one
represent.
actually, you know, The Simpsons Tapped Out? The one that's like Simpsons, you have to build your own Springfield and that. We used to play it all the time, me and my brothers, and it was always the notification was like Homer and he'd go, "Dough," or something like that.
Oh
Or like
no!
comic book guy, and he'd go, "Hamburgers and cheese." He's got that bloody installed on his phone. He's logged on.
Wow.
I actually do as well. I've not played it once though because I can't be bothered waiting for this thing to like update
yeah.
or whatever. So I actually haven't touched it. See, I'm not even enter my age yet. So
Jeez, well,
You were just saying stuff about people playing games, and you're currently logging into a mobile game.
I was saying I played that when I was primary school, maybe.
no, I'm not talking about playing mobile games. I'm talking about buying stuff on mobile games. Like I
Have
went.
you ever got a notification from that?
No.
'Cause it goes, "Hamburgers and cheese is a dangerous mix." So it goes, and you'd be in public and play that, and you just like, "Oh, well."
Nah, I have all my notifications. Like, say when you first download it, or whatever, and it comes up, do you want such to send us notifications? But I like social media. I don't have anything sending me notifications.
Fair enough.
Okay. Next, Reddit confession. So here we go. This is one that's going to have come out eventually, but I think me being around my mother is a detriment to my mental health. And I'm going to have to cut her out of my life sometime in the future. It'd be a real bummer if she found out that, like, right now, that's like my thoughts right now. For some clarification and details, she's always been extremely industrious, borderline workaholic,
Right.
that strained and eventually ruined their parents' marriage. So she lives and breathes for the workforce, which can be a good and bad thing. She's never been overtly compassionate. Everything's a numbers game, and anything against her ideas are insubordination. She's super toxic at home, and her and this person's relationship are super toxic. For the longest time, and made me into an extremely confrontational person. Okay. Which I struggle with every day and try to undo. Now, I don't know if she's saying that this person, as their upbringing, made them now a confrontational person because of the upbringing with the mum, or are they saying that because I don't know if the marriage was they were already kids, this person was a kid, then they split or whatever. There's no timeline, because then it'd be a bit weird to say be 14-year-old, and then all of a sudden your mum now forces you to become super confrontational. I think it may be a bit of, it could be, but there's also a bit of responsibility for yourself there to take a bit of accountability. But
You can't just blame it all on anyone else.
they're saying that they don't want to be a lonely black sheep like their mum, and that they feel bad about this, but at some point that they're just going to have to make ways and part ways with her mum because they feel like that they're stuck with being around her mum.
So,
That's it. So the confession is that they really want to get away from their mum and don't want a relationship with their mum because of how their mum acts. But
that's silly.
I would actually argue that this person doesn't have a lot of accountability. It seems like they're blaming their toxic and argumentative traits on their mum completely, which you have to take a bit of responsibility on your own personality. And they're also blaming the fact that this person obviously is wanting to have a partner and they're struggling to get a partner. Again, how is that your mum's fault?
Depends how old they are.
That's what I was going to say. What age is he?
Because
There's no gender, there's no age. If I was to guess,
Because he seems middle-aged.
if you're over 20, just move out.
Yeah.
See her like once a month if you want.
That's like what everyone does over 20. They
Yeah.
see them, they move out and they do like
You can still come visit your mum and like whenever you want rather than all the time.
get a cheeky Zoom call.
Exactly.
I don't. There's no age. There's no gender. If I was to guess, I'm going to say it's a lady, just because they're saying the
To be
mum.
fair.
They're saying they don't want to end up like their mum as a lonely black sheep.
All right. I didn't consider that, to be fair. I just looked at it from my point of
That's
view.
how I can.
But
I guess that age. I mean, again, this person wants a relationship. I feel like when
Late
you're
teens,
in
anyway.
high school, you don't look for relationships. So it's maybe someone who's left, so older.
I'd say 21 and older at least.
That's what I was thinking, maybe.
So yeah,
I think
leave
moving
house,
out is
leave
still the
home.
option. You can see her when you want to see her, rather
Maybe,
than all the time.
but let's say if it's not an option. Let's say this person, for whatever reason, can't move out. They can't financially do it or whatever it might be. When what?
If you can't financially do it, then
Why?
be a workaholic like your mum until you can do it. I think that's.
I don't get why there's such a hurry for it. There's not like anything saying you need to get a relationship. You need to like. It's not.
For this person, so they're saying they're worrying about something they shouldn't be rushing to worry about.
I don't think it's. She's still got the whole life ahead of her, or him, whatever it is.
Them.
They slash them, and it's not. Yeah, I don't think it's a priority.
I think in some cases though, being young, like a teenager, and like being not forced to work, but encouraged to work, it's probably a good thing when you're that age because then
Oh yeah, definitely.
you have money. Or it depends how much though, but like.
Okay, so we're saying that is this
I think
something
he's overreacting a bit.
Do you think this would? Because as I said, this is confessions that were meant to ruin this person's life.
I won't ruin his life, no.
No, I don't think it would ruin life. No.
If anything, it'd
Depends how
make
she
it
goes
better.
about it.
I think it'd make it better if anything, because say she does that to her mum, maybe her mum would sit back and be like, oh, well, listen, maybe I have been a bit of a prick.
But then on the opposite would be like, pipe down, what you playing at? Like,
And then she kicks her out, so either way she's moving out anyway. So
yeah,
I don't see a win-win. It either works or you get kicked out.
fair
Okay.
play.
This is the final one. This is so I screenshot it. This is 3 pages of screenshots.
Oh.
The last ones were 1 and the first one was 2.
Right.
This is a big fat one. This one's long. So this is I have a male cousin who is I strongly suspect as a sociopath.
Mm.
When I was a child, and this person as a woman, she's a lassie.
Right.
They lived next door to the cousin. He was in high school and I was in grade school, which is below. So for us, it'd be primary or whatever it is, like below high school, before high school. His family have a pool, and we would often go over to hang out because they're family members. And she hated this because every single time that she went over to hang out, obviously when it comes to like family things, I just having family, you kind of parents sit with the parents, the kids, the cousins, you all mix with each other like that way. And when no one was looking, he would sneak up behind her and throw her into the pool, or if she was already so she'd throw her into the pool, and then once she's in the pool, and it could be either from getting thrown in or if she's already in the pool playing, he would then push her under the water deliberately. Not as like you've probably done it before if you've got siblings or whatever, that you've done it as like a little fun thing, and then you pull them back up, whatever. He would do it until she would go limp.
Oh, God.
And then she'd get dragged out. And this behaviour was very rarely pulled up because it was more of just kids are playing, accidents happen.
Overlooked.
Which it wasn't. So she would go limp, coughing, choking, etc. And he would be laughing. He found this funny as a joke, and obviously she was mortified.
Mm-hmm.
So the expression uses it was horrendous and it was creepy in how jovial his expressions were. And he did this all the time, and his parents and mine and the grandmother would never really bother to really tell him that this is not acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so she was afraid, though, to mention this to her parents, grandparents, the family, because I guess she maybe felt that she'd get laughed at or whatever, because to her, and quite clearly, it's not kids having accidents, he's being a bit more sinister. So she bottled it up, didn't let anyone know about it. There was also some other small things he'd do. So he would often scare her, steal her stuff, pull her hair out, and then just taunt her. And then obviously near drowning her is the worst. And this all happened when she was from the ages of 5 to 9 years old.
Right.
So very, very young. And he was 14 to 18 years old. so
Right.
much older.
Okay.
And at the back end, then 18, an adult. He also would pick her up, and then this is one incident. He picked her up by the feet, so she's dangling by the feet,
Strong man.
and put her. Well, remember she's a kid, and he's much older. Say if this is the same thing, she'll be 6, and he could be. What would that be? 16 or something, whatever the ages were.
15, I think it would be.
So grabbed her feet dangling first over a train track railing.
He's a really strong person.
Yeah. Now there's given it's a train around the Royal George Bridge on a family vacation. I don't know what that is. If you know what it is, there you go. That one. And she said that like she went into like shock and stuff over this, obviously, understandably. And he did get in trouble for this, but it's more of about time. This is kind of like it had to go to this extent, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then he apologised. However, she said that in his apology, it was very much not sincere, and you could tell by his eyes that he didn't really care. He didn't care about this apology. He was just doing it because he was told to. And she said, though, the difference in his eyes when he was doing these things towards her was the excitement and the thrill of it compared to other things. So he also, at one point, had told his brother, doesn't say older or younger, to forcefully hold her down, and he poured tequila in her mouth, and he did get caught because she had to actually go to the hospital because, again, she's very young, right? So, and this one he did get in trouble for as well, but again, that's a very severe thing to do. So, and as a kid, he killed a stray cat with barbed wire.
Right.
About time
And,
that happened.
I was going to say,
all the neighbour boys, instead of obviously being this very, like, what is this? This is not, like, you shouldn't be doing that. They all thought it was cool and, like, this, whatever. This was when he was 16.
they're just as bad.
And then when he got older and he started driving, he would often kill animals, like purposely run into them, and laugh about it and brag about how they done it. And again, no one in the family mentioned or tried to do anything or change anything when he talked about this. So the last kind of bit is they are all enablers for sure, and it's talk about normalising or minimising bizarre behaviour. Also, though, she says that he was extremely good looking, in brackets, model material. Right?
Weird to say about your cousin.
Yeah, it's a bit creepy.
Well, then it also goes, but not to me, because obviously she...
All right, okay.
Right. But in high school, he just kind of going over a brief summary. So in high school, he played football, so I'm going to guess he's also... This is American, so it'll be American football, not European one. Or worldwide one. It's not really a European one. He was very good at it, but he got a knee injury and that kind of killed his career. So now, because of his sports and athletic background, he's now a school teacher, a PE school teacher, although he's had frequent kind of run-ins with law enforcement because he's been in fights and other like car incidences and stuff like that. And he's gotten bailed every time by the family, who, again, we're kind of seeing like common trend here. And she thinks it's just kind of because of the athletic ability, good-looking kind of side of it, right? He, as I said, high school football coach, and he's been there for now decades. So this must be way, way older now. And her kind of final comment is that like it's quite scary to imagine that there's people's kids who are kind of under the thumb of him. He's in charge of making sure that they're safe, making sure that they're whatever. And she's going, when I was younger, this is what he'd done, and this is what he's done throughout his life. He's not the type of person you want to have your kids,
Yeah.
going out and doing PE or whatever. So that's the last thing. And I guess it's maybe not a confession that would ruin her life, but do you think if this was brought out about him, do you think it would ruin his life?
It would ruin,
I don't think it would.
I think it would probably, I don't know.
Because he's clearly not done anything incredible. If he said he was like a PE teacher for decades, whatever, he's obviously not done something incredibly wrong in the time to get him sacked. So I don't think it would ruin his life. It'd maybe make people look at him a bit.
I think it would ruin his life.
I think it's serious enough if she's written like 3 pages.
Yeah, it's still
about him.
serious, no doubt. But that's happened to her.
Yeah.
It's,
I don't know.
albeit it's still very bad, don't get me wrong.
But what's to say as well that it's maybe not happened, it's happened to other people, but they've just not came forward?
Then...
Because what's
True.
to not say if he's maybe...
Charmed them.
Yeah.
You could also say, like...
But as well, kids, a lot you see it all the time with like kids and teachers where they don't say something about what a teacher's done because it's an authoritative figure.
I seen a TikTok about that today. It was like a wife. It sort of relates to it because it was like it was a male PE teacher, and he sort of done inappropriate things with her, and but she felt like it was sort of loved in the moment, or like you know what I mean, like she felt romantic and whatnot. Whereas, but now she's looking back at it in hindsight, it's obviously it was super wrong. So I think at a young age, it's a lot easier to get away with that kind of thing. But
the only other reason why I wouldn't say that I don't think it would ruin his life is if she did come out with it, people would be asking, well, why have you took like this long? Like if it's decades, and it happened when she was like what, 10 or whatever.
Well, also remember,
Say she's at least 40.
writing's on the wall. Says what is on the tin, kind of thing. Where what more could she do? Because it's not even like she's got even. It's not even like she's like, oh, this happened when no one's else watching. It's repeated like multiple times. People have caught him doing this stuff to her, and it's still nothing's happened. So it's like, what? There's not anything else you could do.
Yeah, true.
I think it might ruin her life if she came up with it a little bit, because what could happen, obviously we don't know the family dynamic a lot, but if she's close to them, like her mum and dad and whatnot, and she comes out with it saying, look, this guy, he's acting up and all that, and they're defending him, it could split her relationship with the family up.
Yeah.
So it's all depends really how.
Very unfortunate circumstance. I really hope that she gets away from that person. That's your cousin. Yeah, your cousin's quite a bad person. Mind you, I don't think she needs to be told that.
Yeah, it's pretty strange.
She's told us that, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many hundreds of thousands of people have actually.
Maybe even millions.
I've always wondered with these things, right? See the things like this, this has definitely got loads of views, right? Or looks at, whatever. See, surely someone reading this would be like, that does sound quite familiar. Like, I wonder, is this you by any chance?
Yeah,
I've
but
always
no,
wondered if that
because the
actually
chances of it being like, because you think about how big because it's not going to be like her, like all the cousin stuff will know. You'd probably find it only be, say, a portion of the family.
I mean, not this one in particular, but I don't wonder if that's ever happened before.
It definitely has happened before.
By the way, this looks really familiar.
But probably not regularly.
Yeah, 'cause I think it's like it's a rare thing to have your cousin be like a big psychopath, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But it probably happens more than you think. There's
probably quite a lot of people who have stories.
People that would read that, and lucky enough we don't relate to it, but they might be like,
for sure. Well,
tough one.
Oh, my side's still sore. Right, that's the confessions I had.
What's that?
And we obviously have already done the Icks. So that's this episode done. Looking at the clock, about an hour and a bit.
Decent.
So not our longest, which is good because I kind of want to get the time down a bit more.
Size doesn't matter. There you go.
TikToks. We have got at least one belter with Lenny running up the stairs. So
could probably do a couple with that whole.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe like we can be the annoying TikTokers. Do part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4.
Nah, that's a bit pricky. I wouldn't personally watch it.
I never watch any of them.
Nah.
Like, I've got to the point. I used to go down and see one and be like, oh, I wonder what they're doing with it, and then you get to the end and be like, oh, I've run out of time. Come back for part 2, and I'd be like, no, you don't deserve it. You deserve my time.
So there'll be TikToks. I'll probably put an Instagram and Twitter post up just saying there's a new video out as well. So if you like to go do them, that's cool. Just if also Clip Channel.
Drop us an email.
If you want to sponsor us, drop us an email because
Get the email.
we don't make money, but we spend a lot of it. So the struggles of being a young person.
Humble beginnings.
So if you'd like to do that, hey, we're
That'd
here.
be nice.
As I said, Clips channel, go check that out because there is clips. TikTok, there'll be TikToks. And apart from that, we will see everybody
Soon. I wouldn't give a
next
date.
week.
That's you.
Next week.
Unlucky.
As soon as possible.
Yeah, sometime in the next year.
Peace and love.
And hopefully it won't be the Tommy Fury fight. Hopefully it'll be actually
Yeah,
something before.
that's
We
2
stick by the
weeks.
plan.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Right, anyway,
Nice.
we're done. Bye.
Peace
Brilliant.
out.